Hi, I'm Michelle Hancock from Morton, Texas. I won the amateur goat tying on my horse Speedy Lark. Speedy is a 15-year-old gelding that was previously a heeling horse that has since been turned into my primary speed event horse. Speedy is suiting for his name because that's all he knows. But he is really great, basically at any task he seems to take on. So I've kind of taken him over from my dad. My goat tying run, I went in on my mare first, and I knew it wouldn't be as fast because she doesn't run nearly as fast. So I went in and did that, and she did well, and we tied, and another lady came in behind me, and I knew what her time was, and I had to beat that. So I went in and just tried to stay focused and make sure that I got down there as quickly as I could, and got the goat flanked immediately, and tied, and didn't watch my string as I'm trying to tie. I just went ahead and tied. That my daughter Traylon was the Youth World Champion goat tying, or won that in the 2015 Youth World Show this summer in goat tying, and then I won it this winter for the amateur, but she was real quick to inform me that she won hers first. What makes Speedy and I such a great team is that he always has a desire to go. No matter what it is, that horse is ready to get in the trailer and he's ready to go do his job. He is always looking for his job, and you couldn't ask more for a horse than that. I mean, you have some that just don't want to do anything, they don't enjoy their job. He truly enjoys having a job. It helps make us a better team, because to go into goat tying, I'm 47 years old. I haven't really goat tied until this past year and a half, and the last time I did it I was 13 years old. So, you know, Speedy's helped me also kind of prove a point that no matter what age, some of the more physical tasks you can take on. As with working with Speedy and working with Sophie, my mare, my dad has been there every step of the way, from hours and hours of setting up trail course and what ifs we could have, and I mean different scenarios I could encounter, he set them up. So when I went in last night and she loaded in that trailer and I just kissed her on, I mean, she got up in that trailer. That was just the icing on the cake. That was the best. And when you hear the crowd just cheer for you, you knew you did well. And when Speedy won yesterday, I could hear everybody screaming, my whole cheering section, and just the people that have known, you know, the struggles of getting to this point at the Royal Show, of being 47 years old, teaching full time, going home and practicing every day, going to college while I'm teaching on top of it. And it's not been easy, and so all the people that were there cheering me on, that have been praying for us, that have been sending us good thoughts, that have been staying positive, it's just been, I couldn't ask for anything better. I am truly, truly blessed. Yesterday we also had a good friend of ours that was with us, and this was a lady that we showed with back in the late 80s and early 90s, and her husband taught my brother how to rope. And so to have her there, and she's someone I always go to when I'm up here, that we sometimes stay with and lets me wash clothes and you name it. But to have her there with me as well, from knowing me way back when, it was a great time. And to have been brought up, you have to work for it. It's not just handed to you. You just don't come to the show, sit on your horse and ride. You go home, you work, you practice day in and day out to win this buckle. That's what makes it mean something. Yesterday morning, I competed in ranch riding with my mare, and we went in and we did the pattern, and I realized once we got in there, it was so quiet. It was 7 o'clock in the morning, and she's looking around, and now this is a mare that has not been shown on a big scale in big arenas, other than this past summer when my daughter rode her. And so we got in there and we did the pattern, and it wasn't quite what I wanted, and her transition to her extended trot was not what I wanted, and I was so focused on that I walked over the logs and I simply walked out. I totally forgot to back up. That screw up was my fault. That was on me. That was not on the horse. And I was beating myself up and kept thinking, why? And you know, I finally told myself, I said, listen, you've got to go on a go time. You can do it. This is not the end of the world. It happens. Get over it. There's something better at the end of the road. And sure enough, I mean, it paid off, and last night that was the best thing I could have ever asked for, especially with this little horse that I have. She is one that at one time was given up on because we wanted her initially for Western Pleasure. I was told, no, she'll never make a pleasure horse, and I thought, what are we going to do with her? And this came along, the ranch horse events came along, and it has truly fit her. And it's also allowed my daughter the opportunity to ride her and to experience and work on her horsemanship skills for lead changes, for pivots, for turns, for opening gates, for side passing. Traylon's having to learn all of that, and this little horse has afforded her that opportunity. And so I'm very thankful for the ranch horse events that they have come along, that APHA has supported them, and I hope they continue to grow. And with regards to my daughter competing, I really hope that we can instill some type of 13 and under program for her to ride in, because she is only 11 years old. But you know, with this little mare, I'm hoping that they can really go far. My advice coming in here is don't let it get overwhelming. Yesterday morning, when I did not do well in ranch riding, I let it get overwhelming. I let it get to me. I had that defeatist attitude, you know, for a little bit, and I said, this wasn't the way you were brought up. Get in here, show, do your job. You're coming in, you're prepared, stay focused. Everything else will just happen as a result of you being focused on the task at hand.